true. That's why I always believe them first, because I don't know, and I wouldn't want someone to judge me based on how they thought I was. Give me the benefit of the doubt that it did happen. Like, why would someone want to lie and say they were assaulted? Like, that is in itself horrible. Like, why would you want to do that?
I don't ever think that the next step should be, okay, well, she had on this really short skirt, so she earned what she got. I never understand how that logic comes into play. The only thing that I ever think is important is find out what really happened. If there are videos, if you know there's a video, don't just see a headline like, oh yeah, the girl, this is what happened. Go and watch the video. Figure out what happened. This is why I haven't seen the video, so I'm not saying, oh, I know exactly what happened, because I don't want to speak on something and not be accurate. I'll wait until I have the courage to watch it, or I'm just not gonna comment on it at all. But that was my point. Just make sure you actually are asking questions, not blindly believing the victim. Not that she is in any wrong, but also not blindly. What am I saying?
I don't know.
Forget it
out. Good Lord.
Blaming the abuser, because sometimes that's not the situation.
Hey, LaQuanda, thank you for joining us.
But that's tricky. I don't want to ever get in the middle of that. I'm just saying, for those who might want to start trying to figure out what's what and who's who, that can be you. I don't want nothing to do with that, because I don't want to be wrong in either situation. So I'll just...
Well, Lana says it's like the police beating on tape, and they try to talk about how we didn't see what we saw. He definitely had sex with her. He licked his fingers. I saw that, and went under her dress, so he was doing something. I saw that. Now, a lot of people say they didn't see that, and it felt wrong for me to even repeat what I saw, but I did see that. So he knew what he was doing, but according to the next footage, he said that he didn't do that. He was trying to help her up. How do you help somebody up and lick your finger? Like, you need to lick your finger to help somebody up off the floor?
This is why I didn't watch it.
I don't understand that.
And why I'm not going to speak on it.
Okay, Mochi says, I do have a question. Why did she continue to record instead of calling 911 and then recording? It's definitely messed up. Okay, Mochi, here's the thing. If you're drugged, now this is my take on it. If you're drugged and you're incoherent and we don't know what was in her space of mind. She just holding her phone, recording everything. She had been recording everything the whole time, but then at some point in the live feed, she dropped her phone. So you see her phone being, you see the recording with her being over the phone. So she dropped her phone.
Oh, she was over the phone while this was happening?
Yeah. While he was doing what he was doing. Oh, she wasn't? Girl, I don't know. All I know is very disturbing. Mocha says, what happened to the guy involved in this video? He turned himself in and then he was released, and now he has an attorney.
So what was he released for? If he had to turn himself in because of this footage, how did he ended up getting released? Because apparently this footage is very clear.
It's very clear.
So how is
he got released because he basically went in there and it was speculation, and they released him until the charges are drawn out a little further. But he has an attorney. She has an attorney, but he has one too.
Oh, he must have a real good attorney, because how do you beat several different viewpoints, several different people recording? Why would
hold on, pause right there.
Not doing nothing?
Because it was a club. People record all the time. That's why social media is horrible.
Well, maybe they thought that maybe they didn't know she was drugged.
Mochi says, so this young lady is yelling and nobody in the club thought to look and see what was going on. So Mochi, from what I saw in the video, she is yelling, but because you're in a club, the music is super loud. So it just looks like, it could look like you and I are talking, but she's yelling. And she did get a rape kit done. I do know that. Big L says, wasn't there another female recording it also? Yes. I think this is both. That's why I said girl code. Like, whoever was next to her was with her or they knew each other, why would you record that? And then the people that came on and was commenting later was saying, oh, she had a rape kick done. She's talking about committing suicide. This girl is going through a lot, whether people believe her or not, to play this all out and to have people have so many opinions of you and have you judged. She's splattered all over social media. It's just horrible.
Yeah. When we find out what actually happened and he hopefully ends
Lana
up
said
in jail, this
she
is what
thinks
the case
because
is.
it was so friendly in the beginning. Yeah.
It
was said that she did it, that he did it more than one time.
Well, let's talk about it when we actually know what happened.
Mocha, I don't know how old she is.
Old enough to get in the club.
Well, yeah.
Actually, no, I'll take that back because people get in the club without. We don't know.
Okay, so I want to ask this question, and you guys tell me your answer. Do you believe that more women is abused than men? Because a lot of men, I think, from my opinion, it's embarrassing to come forward and say you were abused, even if you were abused. Like I've known of men saying that they were abused by a woman, or saying they was abused by a man. But do you feel like the ratio between abuse from men to women, the men being less or the women being more, what do you think?
You're asking me?
Yeah, I'm asking everyone who's listening.
I don't know statistically. I'm sure there's a statistic out there somewhere. I don't know what it is, so I can't answer accurately. What I do know is a lot more men get abused than we think, than they're actually reporting. Of course, there are more women that get sexually abused than they report, but at the low rate that men report their abuse, it's far more than that. A lot of men get abused in their early ages. So when they're younger, there's these weird older women, like these aunties and babysitters,
just like the teachers,
touching on these boys. I had a friend that got sexually abused by his camp counselor, and I don't think he ever told his parents. And he told me on a random day, and I was like, I don't know what to do with this, because it never dawned on me that happens to guys. But that definitely put me on awareness that is a thing, and more I hear more stories about boys getting abused, and it's happening in the Catholic Church. It's always been reported in the Catholic Church. It happens in schools. I just watched Antoine Fisher. Antoine Fisher. That was so sad.
Yeah,
such a sad movie. It was a really good movie though. What's her name?
Lana. Lana says, you hear guys all the time say that they had sex at 9 or something, but by their babysitter, like they bragging. That's abuse. That is,
and they don't realize that. They have no idea until they end up in therapy later. And their therapist has to break it to them like, you weren't the Mac that you thought you were. You were getting abused. And she told you something that made you feel like you were getting, that it was a mutual thing. But any time that you're sexually touching a child, that's abuse, period. No matter if he's interested or not. That's strange. I never understood pedophilia. I don't get it. I don't understand how you could be attracted to a child. I don't get that. What do you think, Mom? Do you think more? Well,
I think more women, only because when they're abused, it's really to have power over them. But I'm not taking away from men being assaulted or abused in any way. But I think more women, the women have a higher percentage on being abused. Drea says, "Hey, Drea. Men handle stress differently from women, whether it's post-traumatic or everyday stressors. Women are proven to take more resilience than men, so men mental capacities are somewhat weaker against stress." I agree with you, but men, when they are dealing with things like this, like being abused, it comes out in ways that affect their sexuality, and they end up. Now, I'm not. Don't take what I'm saying and run with it, but if it's been said that they may abuse someone else because they've been abused. It's confusion. They don't understand it. Women in turn just become depressed and, suicidal, and they just need, everyone that's been abused need help. And they're broken.
I have a stat. 1 in 5 women and 1 in 71 men will be raped at some point in their lives. And I don't know if that's including statutory rape, which is in their eyes consensual, but I don't know if that includes underage. But so clearly the stat is supporting that women are abused more than men, which I can kind of guess that. I just didn't want to speculate. I didn't have stats.
Okay, so one of the comments that someone made was rape is brought on based on how the person carries themselves or what they wear. And I quickly defended that statement because you cannot prey on someone because of who you think they are. Nor can you prey on someone because of what they have on. So you mean to tell me you're going to prey on some powerless woman because she have a little bit of cleavage out? I mean, you were sick to begin with. You preyed on her because you were sick. It doesn't have anything to do with what she had on or how she acted or what her past was.
They're skipping from attraction to rape. So they think, you can be attracted to someone because they have on a short skirt or a lot of cleavage out. That doesn't make you rape them. That just means that you like their short skirt and their legs with their short skirt and their boobs with their short cut shirt. Like that doesn't just escalate all the way to, let me just rape this girl because she has a nice shirt on. I don't know.
Reggie just joined. Hey, Reggie, thanks for coming in. Yeah, so I feel like the amount of respect you have for yourself should not be watered down by the amount of respect that someone else has for you. Because, first of all, if I'm respecting myself and you're not respecting me because of what I have on, that's something that you have within yourself. So if you're looking at a woman, or not even me, but if you're looking at a woman for whatever she has on to figure out if you can take advantage of her, that's just horrible. It's wrong. And I always say this: these men that do these things to these girls and these women, how would you feel if someone did that to your mom or your sister or your daughters? Just like with the whole R.Kelly thing, treat these girls and these women how you would want someone to treat your children or your mom. And if you're morally incompetent to figure that out, then you just need to be on the island by yourself.
Well, R. Kelly needs to be on the island by himself because he's way past the point of...
Yeah, well, it's disturbing. So what's next? I'm just so taken aback from this whole topic.
Well, I'm proud of you for getting through the whole thing.
Yeah, I'm proud of myself too.
So we can deviate a little bit from sexual abuse. Is dark right now.
Hey, David. Hey, Quentin. Thank you for coming in.
I wanted to bring
y'all see my shirt?
We did.
But they probably didn't see it because I was sitting down.
We did see your shirt that I didn't get.
We saw your shirt. Okay, come on.
What's her name? I had it. Yasmin James. Yasmin James was the young lady in the video, which went viral at McDonald's. When the guy, what's his name, David, something like that, reached over the counter and grabbed her. It was about a straw or something Nothing that has to do with you grabbing me over this counter.
All the child's trying to do is make a living.